cost effective and reaches the people you need. Contact our advertising team today on 07491 25322 or email advertising@highlandradio.com. Highlands Radio, delivering your message across the Northwest.
Hi, I'm Padraig Harrington. Esophageal cancer is something I know all too well. My dad passed away from it. That's why I want you to know the symptoms. If you're struggling to swallow, have persistent heartburn, acid reflux, unexpected weight loss, or pain, don't ignore it. Talk to your GP. Catching it early can make all the difference. For Lollipop Day, let's spread the word. Visit lollipopday.ie to learn more, because early detection saves lives.
Joe Gallagher Entertainment presents Taylor Fever, the ultimate tribute to the sensational Taylor Swift, is making its way to the Mount Errigal Hotel, Letterkenny on Sunday the 18th of May. Hear iconic hits such as Ready For It, Shake It Off, Cruel Summer, Karma and many more. Tickets on sale from hotel reception and ticketmaster.ie.
Making the move away from diesel? Don't get confused. Get excited at Kelly's Toyota Letterkenny and Mount Charles. Experience the power of choice. From our unrivaled hybrid range with no plugging in, to plug-in hybrids and the fully electric BZ4X, we have the right car for you. With incredible offers, including power-up boosters of up to €2,500, make the move at Kelly's Toyota Letterkenny and Mount Charles. Toyota, built for a better world. T's and C's apply.
So he was like messaging me all night and then he just ghosted me.
No way.
Yeah, he was like, "You're so hot, I want to come over."
Okay.
And I was like, "Cool." And he was like, "I'm on my way, driving over right now."
And then?
Nothing.
Phone use while driving can be deadly. Your phone, it won't kill you to put it away. From the Road Safety Authority, visit rsa.ie.
You're listening to Jimmy Stafford.
You are indeed, and you're also listening to my very special guest co-presenter all the way from Ballyshannon. In fact, Cashellard, isn't that right, Farrah?
Oh, that's very important, Jimmy, yeah.
Get that in. Farrah Bogle, and we'll get to know Farrah. You'll get to know Farrah over the next hour or so, because normally once a month I do a special guest co-presenter, and I'm delighted that Farrah has a busy day at school and the whole lot, and you stay behind. And
I did indeed, yes. I'm a teacher and a musician. Most people know me as a musician, but I teach in Stranraer. I'll talk to you about that later on.
Yeah.
But
you're not just a musician, you're a multi-instrumentalist, isn't that? Oh, is that the right term, isn't it?
Well, multi-bluffer maybe.
Multi-bluffer, yeah, but we'll talk. Well, I would disagree with that from what I saw anyway, but we'll talk. But Farrah, all the way from Cashellard, and a great musician, a great love of music.
Absolutely, yeah.
We'll get to know a lot more about you as the next hour got on. You'll
pour
your heart out to the nation in the next 60 minutes.
You're going to know it all, Jimmy.
You know it all. And I suppose the task I set you when I met you a few weeks ago, so would you pick a selection of Irish music, which what people do. Michael Christie was my last guest. I know you know Michael well.
I do. I know Michael very, very well, and they're doing great things. The Kings of Cool.
Kings of Cool. Yeah.
I was actually tuned in that night, and I really enjoyed Michael's selection. And he tells great stories, and it's great crack.
He's a great drummer as well, isn't he?
Oh, he's a cracking drummer. Yeah.
Farrah, when I asked you, it's everyone who takes this task on says, Jimmy, it's really difficult. You know that it's so hard. You have to pick 7 Irish tracks.
Do you know what, Jimmy? Even if you told me to pick 50, I'd still find it hard to narrow it down. Right. It is like, and you can't go with your favourites. I'm just going with what I think will work tonight.
And I suppose the amount of people that were ringing you and texting you say, will you play me?
Oh, come here, I know, that's it.
Well, you know what? We'll get into the first track, and this is a cracker, your first choice tonight.
Yes. So I'm going to go to Dublin band, very well known, very successful, from originating in the mid-80s. And this was actually their demo single, which they re-released a couple of times. And it was a very successful demo. And then it was released then subsequently on their album Feel No Shame.
Yeah.
Went to number 1 in the Irish album charts. And then it was re-released in 1998, and that album was Shame About Lucy Moonhead. And the band is Aslan.
Yeah, well, if Paul McDavid listening, he'll be giving you a big 5-star round of applause already for that. But this is fantastic. You're a big fan, obviously, of Aslan.
Yeah, I really enjoy them, and obviously Poor Christie, an awful loss last year, and we'll be talking about another couple of artists as well that we lost throughout 2024. But this is probably, I'd say, my favourite Aslan song, and this is
first choice from Farrah Bogle tonight on Highland Radio. Have a listen. What a brilliant track.
Yeah, brilliant one.
I can still visualise Christy on stage with the shoes off and the bare
I know,
feet.
yeah, such a powerhouse. He's an awful loss just to Irish music overall, isn't he? Yeah.
And they have a brilliant new song as well, Aslan. We played it last week and Paul played it Monday night as well. It's really good.
Yeah, I haven't caught that one yet now, but I'll have to look it up now.
Wish the lads the very best of luck. That's
Yeah,
Aslan,
absolutely.
first choice from Farrah Bogle. So we've kicked it off, we're settled in, and hello to our good friend. We just talking about Michael Christie. He sent a lovely text. He said, "Hi Jimmy, say hello to Farrah. Looking forward to the tunes." Thanks, Michael. And Breege McTiernan says, "Such a talented girl." And may my all the best, Farrah, from all your friends in Ardra.
All my friends in Ardra.
Oh, you must have loads of friends
I do
in
have
Ardra.
friends. I do indeed.
And looking forward to Farrah's selection. Love listening to hear her music and her incredible voice. And that comes in from Colette. There you are, your incredible voice.
Oh, thanks very much, Colette. I know who that is.
Do you know what, talking about music, because I first came across you with Anor. And
That's right.
It was on their first tour in the Greenlawn Theatre, and I was thinking about it during the week.
Yeah.
It was that experience when you had Tyrconnell...
At the choir.
Yeah.
That time, that's right. That was, I think, Honor had started. They'd done the 2 gigs in the Ballar,
That's
and
right.
these were the ones that they'd done on Greenan. And myself and Dean were the MDs for Encore Tyrconnell, who are the choir in Donegal Town. They're an amazing group, really cool choir. So yeah, we were on for the kind of encore songs. I think we did the Living Years in the Parking Glass that night.
Yeah, and you came on, and I had the privilege of being backstage, and Martin McFadden was there as well, and Paul was there, and you came on. I didn't know what you were going to sing.
Yeah.
And next minute, this Living Years was one of
Yeah.
my favourite tracks,
That's cool,
Bike and
yeah.
Mechanics, and there's a beautiful video of it which we were able to take backstage, and then the second night I took it from the back of the theatre.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing. That was one of my performances. I absolutely to this day loved that night.
Oh,
with
that's
the
lovely.
choir.
Yeah, and you know the choir, they were absolutely thrilled, obviously, to be involved in that gig as well. It was such a special night.
Yeah. And then we move on to the Clanree recently, because the Christmas concert in the Clanree, where you came out and sang, which many people have said is one of the best versions of the Fairy Tale in New York.
Oh yeah. We kind of did the Christmas shows. We used that as the finale.
Yeah.
So myself and Tom McHugh did that. So
that was amazing.
Yeah,
that is
such a great song.
You know, so many people have taken that song on, and you kind of hear different versions and you get different views. But that was really special that night, and everybody was commenting. There were 800 people in the audience that night. And
it was. Do you know what? It was one of those gigs that the room was just electric.
It was, yeah.
You know, when the boys just had the audience in the palm of their hand, as they always do. You know, I'll talk to you more.
We'll talk more. We'll come back to that because we have loads. But give us, what's your second track?
My second track. So I literally could have played this whole album, Jimmy, because it's one of the first albums that I kind of remember that really influenced me as a singer. And when I started kind of playing music, I was out playing music along with my dad, Farrah Bogle. Some people may know him from down here. He's passed away now, unfortunately. But he would have been a big influence on me, and we would have done a lot of gigging and sessions and that. But I remember listening to this, and I was very shy, didn't want to sing in the beginning, and this album just totally inspired me. And I honestly could have picked so many tracks. Like some of the tracks on here, you have Caledonia, Sunny, The Island, Summerfly, Blackbird, and like it was by 6 just amazing female Irish artists. So you had Eleanor McAvoy, Mary Black, Dolores Keane, Sharon Shannon, Frances Black, and Maura O'Connell.
Yeah.
And to this day, there's huge influence on me, all of them. But I've gone with the title track of the album, and it's Eleanor McAvoy and Mary Black, and it's A Woman's Heart.
And that album, Farrah, probably when they was probably the resurgence of that whole, female. Wasn't it really when you look back when that album was released? Whilst there was amazing female singers, they weren't together as a collective. But then this collective came together, and it started a new wave,
for sure.
didn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely started a revival in folk music. And as I say, like it was a huge influence on me.
Second choice. This is beautiful. A Woman's Heart from Mary Black and Eleanor McAvoy, chosen by Farrah Bogle.
Is low. My heart is so low. As only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's. As only woman's heart can know. The tears that drip from my bewildered eyes taste of bittersweet romance. You're still in my hopes, you're still on my mind, oh. And even though I manage on my own, my heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know. Restless eyes reveal my troubled soul, and memories flood my weary heart. I mourn for my dreams, I mourn for my wasted love. And while I know that I'll survive alone, my heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know. My heart is low, yes, my heart is so low, low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know. My heart is low, my heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. As only a woman's, as only a woman's, as only a woman's heart can know.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. It just brings back so many memories, Farrah, as well, doesn't it?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just one of those ones that just stays with you. It's fantastic.
They did a second album as well, A Woman's Heart.
They did, yeah, they did. And there was some good tracks on there as well.
But one would
I
be
think
the
one was. I remember funny. Eleanor McAvoy, she played the Ballyshannon Folk Festival years ago, and I was involved. I was only very young, but I was involved in the committee. And I remember she was on the stage in the Abbey Arts Centre in Ballyshannon, and I just thought she was so cool.
Yeah.
You know, and she's still just so cool, like. But her voice is unreal. You know, yeah.
Here we've got a few messages coming in here. Colette Carlin says, "You're sounding great, Farrah, and of course Jimmy's not bad either." Thanks,
Oh, Colette. It's great to hear from you, Colette.
Number one fan.
Number one on our fan,
That's right.
Colette and Breda as well, because I'm just looking at my own socials here as well, and Breda is written in as well, so they're great. Great crack, the two ladies now.
What do you know, Colette? 40, 50 gigs? I don't know what
Oh,
they
they must be there. They must be up there and more.
And our good friend
Potential.
Colleen O'Higgins. Good luck, Jimmy, and good luck, Farrah. Sorry. And hi, Jimmy, yeah, and hello, Colleen, to you. And long time no hear from Colleen. That was years ago. And break a leg, says Billy Grimes. Farrah, no bother to you, girl.
Billy's from Ballyshannon, yeah, and actually Billy would have been involved in Folk Festival as well back that time. Yeah, great. He used to actually have the pub Finn McCool's in Ballyshannon. I don't know if you would remember it, but there used to be some great nights in there, great fun.
And tell me, talk about Ballyshannon and South Donegal, right?
Yeah.
And me and Paul have had this discussion. For whatever reason, over the last 6 to 12 months, South Donegal music has invaded North Donegal,
Yeah.
right? And especially, like last Monday night, we had half of Ballyshannon here.
Yes, I saw that.
And it was incredible, right? And
Yeah.
we had previous nights. We've loads of people coming from
It's
Monday nights.
unbelievable.
So it's like we've opened a door past the gap, and all of a sudden we've discovered
An influx.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But you know, it's been
Farrah.
Ballyshanon's always been, and it's been so rich in the arts, like music, drama. It's a really culturally rich town. Bundoran as well, musicians, you know. But yeah, you've got loads. Like I'm looking at the boys from last week. You know, the Schlacks.
Oh my God, yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Great lads, and they're doing so well, and so good just to see that, you know, the future is really bright still for musicians in
Kieran
Ballyshannon.
Hodgins was here as well.
Yes, Kieran, yeah. I know Kieran, yeah.
And we had the band Frank from Bordeaux, and they were recording in the Abbey Arts for, there's a big, beautiful piece. 15, okay, I shouldn't give it away, but Kieran told me I can't tell you too much about it, all for the Rory Gallagher. But going back to yourself, because, and this is how many instruments do you play?
Well, there's a legend around that. There's a few numbers being bandied about. Do you know what? I've never actually sat down and counted, Jimmy. But when I'd be on stage, playing, like I'd have 5 or 6 with me kind of at all times nearly. But
so 5. Dave, what you have?
Gosh, well, I'd play the fiddle would be my primary instrument, you know, and I play whistles, sax.
Right, yes, brilliant.
Accordion, that's where people would see me playing most. And then like I play piano, bit of guitar, and
number 7 there already.
Yeah,
And did you, like, again, I don't play music, right? And I admire musicians, as we do every Monday here. And when you see, did you learn those, like your late dad, you talked about him and an influence he was, but how did you learn each instrument? Or
I don't know, it kind of grew legs really. I began playing the fiddle when I was about 6 years old, and I started with a man called Seamus Sweeney in Ballyshannon, who he's just legendary around the area, and he has taught so many people. Like, you know, you'd know Damien McGeehan from the plays, but I know her as well. Taught Damien, taught myself, so many different people, and like I owe him so much for, you know, he just really instilled the love of music in me. I remember my mum saying not that long ago when we were chatting, she said when I started off playing the fiddle, I had a really bad bottom of the pile fiddle, you know, and Seamus kind of pulled them to one side one day and he says, I think we better get this girl a better fiddle. She has a bit of talent. So I kind of went on from there, and I would have done all the flas, and I had good enough success throughout the years. And you were just saying different instruments. I just always wanted to try something new, and I was just always kind of looking to learn new things. Was playing whistles. I played violin as well. I did all my classical grades and that, and took up the piano, and then like singing was probably one of the last things I actually did. So I would have played them with the Ballyshannon Brass and Reed Band. I would have started the flute and sax there, and
you made a good job of the singing anyway, I can tell you that, for the last thing you took up. Come here, let's go into your next choice, and I love this too.
My next choice is, I absolutely love this. He's one of my favourite artists. Another Dublin artist, and this is from his 2004 album, Since Kyabram, and it was co-written by Seamus Cotter. And I was actually talking to you about this before we started. I couldn't remember where I got it from, but in an interview with Q magazine, Paul Weller said that it was the song he had most wished that he had written in the last 20 years.
Wow! And
it was covered by Eddie Reader, Scottish songstress, a beautiful version of it as well, and of course Josh Groban. This artist, he re-released the song in conjunction with the RTE Concert Orchestra as part of his 2016 album In Full Colour. And do you know what it is yet?
Big yes, yet.
It's Declan O'Rourke, and the song is Galileo.
This is beautiful on Highland Radio on a Thursday evening. Number 3, Galileo from Declan O'Rourke.
Galileo fell in love as a Galilean boy, and he wondered what in heavens, who invented such a joy. But the question got the better of his scientific mind, and to his blind and dying gaze looked up high and often sighed and sometimes cried. Who puts the rainbow in the sky? Who lights the stars at night? Who dreamt of someone so divine? Someone like you and me, them some funny questions now and then, but just remember the alternatives. For I remember when I was lonely and unhappy, and my lips were cold as ice, but you kissed me, and good heavens, now I'm here in paradise. So if ever I'm not kissing you or looking in your eyes, I won't be blind and I won't cry. I'll look up high and gladly sigh and thank the guy who puts the rainbow in the sky, who lights the stars at night, who dreamt of someone so divine. Like you and me, them. Someone like you and me, them.
Discover the new Nissan range at iMotors. If it's design you're after, stand out from the crowd with the next generation Nissan Juke. Available in both petrol and hybrid. The Nissan Qashqai is available as a petrol or e-power hybrid, giving you that electric feel without plugging in. Need more space? The Nissan X-Trail offers 7 seats and comes as an e-power hybrid. And for those ready to go green, the Nissan Ariya and Leaf are fully electric. Available now for a test drive. Just call into our showroom in Letterkenny or Malin today.
iMotors, fearless generation.
Join me, Marty Friel, this and every Friday night from 8 for Rocking Hits on Highland Radio in association with Arena 7 Letterkenny. If you're celebrating a birthday or a work night out, Arena 7 Entertainment Complex has it all. Check out arena7.ie.
Celebrating 50 years, McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Tiles in Buncrana continues to be Donegal's go-to destination for stunning bathroom makeovers. With a vast selection of premium tiles and bathroom products, our showroom is your ultimate one-stop shop for crafting the perfect space. We've earned our reputation through expert advice, unbeatable prices and a dedication to customer satisfaction. Visit our showroom in Cockhill and Buncrana and see why we've been Donegal's top choice for 50 years and counting. Call us at 07493 63050.
If you smell gas at home or on the street, don't ignore it. Open windows and doors. Don't smoke, vape or use a naked flame. Don't unplug or switch anything electrical on or off. Turn off the gas at the meter. Then, no matter who your gas supplier is, call Gas Networks Ireland on 1800 20 50 50. Visit gasnetworks.ie to screenshot the safety steps, save them to your device and share with friends and family.
You're listening to Jimmy Stafford.
You are are indeed, and you're also listening to Farrah Bogle. We said you were from Cashelaar, but somebody texted in to say what?
My neighbour texted in to give out to me that I wasn't from Cashelaar.
You know,
my neighbour Jerry Harrison is telling me that I'm from Behy and not from Cashelaar, which is true.
Is that a different townland?
It's down the road a wee bit, but that's be a very important detail.
So Cashelaar is one townland.
It is, yeah,
in the parish of Ballyshannon, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then your townland, or
we'd be a wee bit closer to Ballyshannon.
And you're down. I was down there recently. It's beautiful, and there's a lovely Sunday lunch place, isn't there?
There is Wariski's in Cashelaar. Yeah, it's an amazing spot. Great music venue, brilliant restaurant. And I'm sure a load of your listeners know Brendan Wariski and Karen and the family there, and they're just
apparently do a lovely feather blade or something on it.
Oh, they do a feather blade of beef. It's gorgeous. Right, I can vouch for that one. It's fabulous, really nice.
Make my way down there very soon because
I do.
Listen, Terry McGinty. Hi, Jimmy and Farrah. Really enjoying the show and loving the music choice and stories. Continued success, Farrah, from Terry McGinty.
Thank you very much, Terry. Terry is my fantastic producer.
Yeah, that's right.
He's an amazing guy. He's got a brilliant studio in Ballybuffet, and was working on my last couple of songs there with him. And he's just an amazing guy. He's so talented player.
Unassuming character as well.
Absolutely,
Isn't that right, Terry? And
he's great.
Doesn't like the limelight too much, but he's produced some amazing stuff in that little Valley Studios over there just outside Ballybuffet.
He has. I'm actually looking forward to. I was telling you earlier on, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I teach in Finn Valley College in Stranorlar, and we've a new music department in the school. Loads of really interested music students now, and just generally a really talented bunch of students in the school. They do a variety show every year there, and there's just so much talent in Finn Valley College. But there's a team of us working on a project where we're going to be recording songs from Donegal.
Ooh,
so
nice.
Terry,
you're coming up here as well.
We are coming up now in a few. I think it's end of March for Monday night sessions. So looking forward to that, and we'll have a few of the kids up here as well.
So you're recording Donegal songs?
We are songs, poetry, and tunes
from years gone by, or
it'll be a mix of everything. There'll be maybe some modern stuff on there as well, and so it'll be lovely. Now we're going to be bringing the kids out to Terry's studio, and
where are you recording? Where are you? In Terry's studio?
Oh yeah, we're going out to Terry. Yeah. So it's going to be a lovely experience for the kids.
Well, this is going to be an interesting project.
Yeah. It's not the first time. I'm only brand new to the school this year, but there's been 2 previous recording projects.
Brilliant.
My colleague Sean Byrne, he writes a lot. He's a very talented playwright and poet and all sorts. And he was kind of at the helm of that project before. And there's 2 really lovely CDs done, so
we'll have
another one on the way.
Will you have some of those for us
we will,
on Monday night?
We will,
Brilliant.
So it'll be great. We'll be able to talk to you more about it then.
Okay, we'll hold it till then. Monday night sessions every Monday 8 to 10 live here. 10 years on the go this year, and I was just counting myself and Paul the number of acts who've come through that door. It runs into thousands at this stage.
It's amazing,
it's just incredible when you see.
And just speaking for every musician that I can think of at the moment, and you're saying there's thousands of musicians that have come through this door, but the work that yourself, Jimmy, and Paul do for musicians, it's amazing, and it's such a lovely platform, and it's such an honour to be able to come down here to Highland Radio for your listeners, and it's fantastic.
When they get famous, they don't forget about us, which is great.
No, that's it. Yeah, you're
well done, Farrah. Great tunes. We are all listening on the lane apart from Shay, who is snoring.
Oh, so the lane. What's
that?
That's where my home house is.
Oh, is it?
This is Behy Lane. So this must be Mum and my sister and my husband and all that. And Shay is my wee baby.
All right, 17 months.
He's 17 months. Wow. Yeah. So he's sleeping through Mommy on the radio now. But
so what's the lane apart? What's the lane apart? Is that another townland?
No, they just call it Behy Lane. I don't know if that's the correct term or not, but
I had Darren Booth Burke up one night doing this,
he's great.
And he was going into townlands over by down towards Kilcar and the whole area, and they were getting texts in here from this town. I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. We were discovering townlands and
it's amazing.
Villages around. That's the beauty of Donegal.
Absolutely,
as well.
Yeah,
brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to break from tradition here because I'm going to play one of yours, and this is The Very Ground You Walk Upon. Where was this recorded?
This is recorded in Terry's studio, Terry McGinty's.
This is Farrah Bogle herself. She didn't pick this, by the way, just in case.
I love the air that that you're breathing, and every space that you occupy, every story you're reading, and everywhere that you cast your eye. I love the words that you're speaking, and every note in your sweet song, and I love the very ground that you walk upon. I love the sounds that you're hearing, and every feeling that you feel, every thought that you're revealing, and every thought that you conceal. I love the things that your hands touch, you know I treasure every one, and I love the very ground that you walk upon. The very ground that you walk upon is something sacred, where the fairest flowers have grown, where the earth is always fertile, and there's a jewel in every stone, and I love the very ground that you walk upon. The very ground that you walk upon, the ground you walk upon, is something sacred, where the fairest flowers have grown, where the earth is always fertile, and there's a jewel in every stone, and I love the very ground that you walk upon. When I wander into places that you've passed through, I can somehow feel the traces, 'cause there's a certain sense of you. You have left your mark upon them, and even though you've been and gone, oh yes, I love the very ground that you walk upon. You know I love the very ground that you walk upon. Oh yes, I love the very ground that you walk upon.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. It's Farrah Bogle from The Very Ground You Walk Upon, written by our good friend Charlie McGettigan of Eurovision Rock and Roll Kids, Ballyshannon man himself, Farrah.
He is indeed, yeah. We're very proud of Charlie and Ballyshannon.
Yeah. And he's a great supporter of music. He does a brilliant show on a Saturday morning as well.
Oh, yeah, he does, yeah, on Shannon's side.
Yeah, that's right.
He does a fantastic show. It's very supportive again to upcoming artists as
Yeah.
well. He's just a talented guy, like, and just, you know,
See,
so
I said to you
helpful.
during, you were playing all the instruments on that, but Charlie plays guitar as
Charlie's
well.
playing guitar on that for me, yeah. And his own producer, Paul Gurney, as well, from
yes,
Longford.
right. Yeah.
So, that's the second song. I on my first album, I recorded Charlie's song "You're on My Mind."
Yeah.
So he has a lovely way about writing, and like he's a beautiful finger picking style, and just love his stuff.
And he's playing with Jargon at the moment.
He
Jargon,
is, yeah. I think they're touring again
they
now.
were up here a few months ago as
Yes.
well, and the lads, lovely session
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Beautiful. 10 minutes to 9 p.m. here on Highland Radio. It's Jimmy Stafford, the centre stage, my special guest co-presenter all the way from... What's it?
Behy.
Behy
Ballyshannon.
Behy Ballyshannon is Farrah Bogle, and many of you know Farrah from, we'll talk about an hour, but you'll see her on stage with an hour, but we'll talk about that later on. But Farrah, this next choice that you've picked for us, and another cracker as well.
Yeah, it's so hard to narrow them all down, Jimmy, but trying to get in as many of the greats as I can. So this comes from 1986. I seem to be going back to the 80s a lot, don't I? And it's by a band called the Pogues. So It's actually a duet as well. So it's the second duet of the night. We already had Mary Black and Eleanor McAvoy earlier on.
Yeah.
So the original list was recorded in 1986 by Shane MacGowan and Cacho Reardon, who was the bass player in the Pogues.
Yeah.
And then it was re-recorded in 1995 as a duet between Shane MacGowan and Sinead O'Connor. So it's an absolutely gorgeous song, and it's called Haunted.
Haunted, yeah. Before we do that, Father Paddy's been on. He says, give her my best wishes, Farrah. She's amazingly and wonderful gifted as well. That's your new priest in Ballyshannon.
Father Paddy, he's just, and I know he's your brother-in-law as well,
yeah,
but he's such a great guy. We're so incredibly lucky to have Father Paddy in Ballyshannon.
We're all very angry up here. And
I know it's a very touchy subject.
Got him, you know that.
It's a touchy subject up here, but we're delighted to have him in Ballyshannon. He's very welcome.
And he's well settled now at this stage.
He is
as well,
indeed.
and the people are great down there.
Yeah.
And here's a lovely message from our good friend, yours truly, as I call her, Thrúini Gonal, loving Farrah's music choices tonight. Such a modest and humble person, so talented and amazing music teacher. I will never forget the night you played with Alton at the Ballyshannon Folk Festival. You were just
back a while,
you were just about big enough to hold your fiddle. And your daddy was so proud that night from your old buddy Trudy. Isn't that lovely?
It's lovely. That's a lovely memory.
Yeah.
I can remember that. That was at the Ballyshannon Folk Festival, and I had just, that weekend, I had won the Ulster Fleadh for the first time in the fiddle.
Yeah.
And I was asked to come in and play with Alton that night, and I met Maria Nimoyne backstage in the Abbey Arts Centre, and they held out and they brought me on for the encore, and like, Alton don't hold back. Yeah. They really don't.
What age were you?
I think it was the under 12s, so I was probably about like 10, 11.
Wow.
I wasn't very old anyway, and it was a class experience.
And your daddy watching as well?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. That's
but thanks so much for that memory, Trudy, and Trudy's fantastic. She's a brilliant colleague for me to have in the music world and the music
talented
world.
musician as well.
Absolutely amazing.
This is Haunted. Shane MacGowan, Sinead O'Connor, and the Popes from Farrah Bogle.
Didn't want to do nothing anyway.
You got a way of walking.
You got a way of talking.
And it's something about you.
And now I know I never ever wanna be without you. I wanna be haunted by the ghost. I wanna be haunted by the ghost.
I wanna be haunted by the ghost. Wanna be haunted by the ghost
of your precious love. Of your precious love.
First time I saw you standing in the street, you were so cool you could have put out Vietnam.
All the girls ask, what's he like? I say he's kind of shy, but that's the kind of girl I am. He's my kind of guy.
I wanna be haunted by the ghost. I wanna be haunted by the ghost. I wanna be haunted by the ghost. I wanna be haunted by the ghost
of your precious love.
Of your precious love.
Of your precious love.
I'll build my world around you. I'll bless the day I found you.
I'll stay beside you. I'll never leave or tell you all those lies that you never believe. Wanna be haunted by the ghost. I wanna be haunted by the ghost.
Wanna be haunted by the ghost. Wanna be haunted by the ghost. Wanna be haunted by the ghost. Wanna be haunted by the ghost. Wanna be haunted by the ghost.
Of your precious love. Of your precious love.
You got a way of walking.
that's brilliant, isn't it?
Such a good song, just like two of the best. And like again, like talking with Christy Dignam earlier on, like we lost Sinead and Shane last year as well. Like, it's crazy.
Come here, I know you're contracted till 9 o'clock, but I hear
you pay double after 9 o'clock, so I'm staying on for another wee while.
So apologies to everybody on the, where are we, down on the Lane, where's the place that we got
Behy.
well, Behy Lane, or the Lane Apart, everybody, and to Shea who's snoring.
I'm not going to live this one down now, Jimmy.
She will be home tonight, but we're going to go for the news at 9, a break, and we're going to make a cup of tea here, and we're back with some more brilliant choices and some great stories after the news at 9.
Hey, see that road sign?
Which one?
That white one with the black circle and 5 diagonal lines in the middle.
Yeah?
What does that mean again?
It now means that you should drive 60 kilometres an hour or slower.
Ah, okay. This sign on local and rural roads means drive at 60 kilometres an hour or below, and always according to the road and weather conditions. A message from the Road Safety Authority. Visit rsa.ie.
When it comes to great value home energy offers, you can trust SSE Airtricity to deliver. That's why more people switch to us than any other energy provider in the last 12 months. Switch today and you'll get 20% off your electricity and gas, plus €130 welcome credit. Join the thousands who've already made the switch to SSE Airtricity. It's easy. Simply go to ssseairtricity.com. SSE Airtricity. This is Generation Green. EAB €2,583. Claim based on latest CRU change of supplier report December 24. Rates valid 1st of July 24. For T's and C's, tariffs, standing charges, claim verification and exit fees, see ssseairtricity.com.
I've just had the Eclipse Cinemas experience. Wow, they truly have taken a night at the movies to a whole new level. Amazing recliner chairs, director's lounge VIP rooms, pizza and hot food served to your seat. Have a glass of wine and enjoy the film on the big screen. Try it for yourself at Eclipse Cinemas Bundoran and Lifford Strabane, where the stars shine brighter. By the way, the pizzas are amazing. You can book your seat anytime at eclipsecinemas.ie.
When it's confirmation time, it's time for a trip to Watson Menswear in Letterkenny. Choose from a great selection of top label, casual and formal wear. Blazers and jackets with shirts to match. Denims, chinos and footwear from big names like Diesel, Cavani and Tommy Bow. Buy your confirmation outfit at Watson Menswear and one lucky person will get their money back. Stand out on the big day at Watson Menswear. Open 7 days a week on Main Street, Letterkenny and at watsonmenswear.com.
Your favourite playlist. A long open road trip. Great on their own, but combined, a perfect complement to one another. Just like Audi hybrid models. One part epic efficient electric power, the other legendary Audi engine performance. This is a pairing that's all in one, twice as good. This is Audi. Vorsprung durch Technik.
It's 9 o'clock. Good evening, I'm Cleo Dwyer. The US President hinted an American business presence in Ukraine would be an effective backstop against another Russian invasion if a peace deal is agreed. The British Prime Minister is holding talks with Donald Trump in the White House, with security guarantees for Ukraine high on the agenda. Both men touched on the idea of peacekeeping troops.
They can take care of themselves, but if they need help, I'll always be with the British, okay? I'll always be with them.
Whenever necessary, we absolutely backed each other up, and that's at the
Could
core
you take on Russia by yourselves?
Well...
Meanwhile, there's been a rare invitation accepted by the President for a second state visit on the King's request. The Dáil speaking rights row looks set to escalate further after tense exchanges this afternoon. The opposition has withdrawn from voting pairs procedures, which usually sees a member of the opposition abstaining from votes in the event a minister is undertaking urgent business. A vote on changes to Dáil rules to give speaking time to government supporting independence is due to take place next week. Sinn Féin's Matt Carthy says this is about Fine Gael owing one to independent TD Michael Lowry.
Taoiseach, whatever you owe Michael Lowry, you owe more to the Irish people. You owe them the right to have a functioning parliament where the opposition can hold government to account. And what you have attempted to do is usurp the rights of the opposition, and it won't be tolerated.
Taoiseach Simon Harris says it's time for the Oireachtas to get on with its business.
It is up to the members of this House, the democratically elected people of this Dáil, to decide the standing orders. And it is absolutely in line with democracy, after an election, for government and opposition to put forward amendments and then have a vote on the floor of the Dáil. That is what we intend to do. We're going to do it next week. We're going to respect the outcome of the Dáil Reform Committee yesterday and have a vote next week and move this place forward in terms of delivering for the people.
The head of Ryanair is calling for the government to get on with it and abolish the Dublin Airport passenger cap. The programme for government commits to lifting the 32 million passenger cap, but Michael O'Leary says they've yet to take action. He says he doesn't know why the Taoiseach and Transport Minister are dithering on the issue.
Micheál Martin, who has a majority now of about 15 or 20 in Dole, passed legislation abolishing this stupid 18-year-old road traffic cap and let all of the airlines get on with delivering growth. I mean, we'll be here for, the Taoiseach will be long retired in a home for the bewildered by the time it works its way through the system. This has been 18 years in the system.
A search at a house for Ciaran Durnan in County Louth has ended for the evening. The schoolboy, who would now be 8 years old, was reported missing at the end of last summer, but Gardaí believe he may have been killed over 2 years ago. Our chief reporter Barry White has more.
The search for Ciaran Durnan at a residential property in Drogheda has ended for the evening and will resume again tomorrow morning. Gardaí have excavated the back garden with a mini digger, while they've also dismantled a large shed at the back of the house. Meanwhile, Ciaran Durnan's father turned up at the property that is being searched in Drogheda earlier this afternoon. He stood outside the house that has been searched, accompanied by two friends, and at one point he got visibly upset and started shouting, "He's my son, yous don't understand." The schoolboy, who would now be 8 years old, was reported missing at the end of last summer, but Gardaí believe he may have been killed over 2 years ago. His father is not and has never been a suspect in the disappearance of Ciaran.
Police are continuing to investigate the death of Gene Hackman, but no foul play is suspected. The actor was found dead alongside his wife and dog in their home earlier today. Former co-stars, including Valerie Perrine, Antonio Banderas and Kevin Costner, have paid tribute to the actor, describing him as a genius legend and one of the greatest to ever grace the silver screen. The Vatican says the Pope's condition has improved again today, moving from critical to complex. But doctors say he needs more days of clinical stability before they can revise their prognosis. 88-year-old Pope Francis was admitted to a Rome hospital almost 2 weeks ago with double pneumonia. That's your news at 9:04.
Ireland trio Cian Healy, Peter O'Mahony and Conor Murray will all retire from Test rugby following this year's Six Nations. Healy and O'Mahony will also retire from playing at the end of the season. Now Murray will continue to play but will leave Munster to pursue an opportunity abroad. The scrum half says it feels like the right moment to call time on his Ireland career.
Yeah, it's a hard decision to make. You make it over a long period of time, and it's been in my head for a while, and it just feels right. For me, my family, the fact I get to do it on my own terms, and when I'm fit and healthy is something very few people get to do. So, very, very grateful. Yeah.
Right, you're tuned into Highland Radio with Jimmy Stafford and Farrah Bogle here. Just your weather. It'll be largely dry tonight with long clear spells and just the odd passing shower. Frost and some icy patches will form overnight as temperatures fall to between -3 and +2 degrees. Some patchy mist and fog will develop too, in light and variable winds.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Am I great?
When I do the weather forecast, I get mixed up with words, and
As the English teacher in me now, Jimmy.
I get tongue-tied and stuff, and that's lovely. And tomorrow's going to be sunny as well, Farry. I didn't send you tomorrow's forecast, but it's going to be a good day tomorrow.
Lovely.
As well. So
we'll take all that.
We'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, listen, thanks for staying on.
No, I'm delighted.
Later than expected, because I know you have a journey down to south of the Gap, as they say, towards Ballyshannon. But music, it's just something, isn't it? It's an amazing tool, vehicle, brings people together. It's just,
it does indeed, yeah.
And you look at and we've often said this, and I know people listening, that when you look at and I'm obviously from down south and up here a long time, but when I look at the wealth of music, especially up here, and the talent up the northwest, right
it's
across
amazing.
into the north,
yeah,
it is incredible. And I was in Cork the weekend and saw the lads, and people were commenting to me about the amount of music they've seen coming from this part of the world.
Yeah, it's
what
incredible,
is it?
really.
Is it the air or the water or what's?
I think it's since you moved up, Jimmy, you must have brought it with you.
Brought it all up.
I know, like as I was saying earlier on, like there's such a wealth of talent here in Donegal. It's amazing. And which will bring us to our next artist, and an artist that's very close to my own heart.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk a wee bit about Honor now.
So tell us, how it all started for you, because you're an integral part, I would say.
Yeah.
I know it's the four lads, but when you look what's behind as well. So give us that backstory.
So I suppose, like, first gig I did with an oar, I think, was in Kilcar in the Ashleen Centre, and it would have been in, I think it was July 2023, because I was expecting Shay at the time. So I did a few months kind of with the boys then, and sure, the gigs are just fantastic, and the reaction was amazing.
Yeah.
It's like such an adrenaline rush being on stage with them, and they're just four of the most amazing fellas you could meet. I was at school with Dermot,
right?
So there's only 3 days between us. We're the same age, and he's such the guy you see on the stage. He's just such a genuinely nice fella, and what a talent. I mean, I remember us doing a school musical when we were in TY, and he was one of the leads in it, and he was just incredible. And we would have been.
So when you did the Ballor, in Greenon, right? You were doing the choir. You weren't with the band.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't with them that night. So I was involved with, as I was telling you earlier on, myself and Dean would have ran the choir in Donegal Town, and I was involved in it in that way. So that was actually I suppose that was my first night with them, and then I went in playing fiddle and sax and whistles with them in Kilcar that night, and it kind of just. I stayed.
That's what I was going to say. They said come back for another night.
They said come back for another while. I went off then, and Shay was born in September, and took a wee while off, and I was back then, kind of doing bits and pieces with them, and I've been there more or less since.
And tell me, you talked about that because I'm picking some of the theatres they performed in, and we'll take the Millennium Forum for example. I mean, for being on that stage and look out and see, what does that feel like, the reaction?
Do you know, a lot of people ask me this, do you get nervous going on stage?
Yeah.
And generally, I'm involved in music for a long time, and I'm on stage, on and off stage a lot. I would have been involved in Ballyshannon. We have the musical society there. Actually, I'll give them a wee shout out as well. Little Shop of Horrors is on. It's on this week.
Yeah.
So I'm not involved in it this year, but I went to see the show on Tuesday night, and it was incredible. So there's still tickets left for tomorrow and Saturday night. So you can get them at the Abbey Centre, abbeycentre.ie, and that's Little Shop of Horrors. It's amazing. You'll not regret it. But I was involved anyway with Ballyshannon Musical Society for years, so I'd be used to kind of going on as a character on stage and that, and kind of theatres didn't really faze me that much. And we with the boys, we've seen so many theatres around. We've been in nearly every county in Ireland. It's amazing. But the night last year, we went out on the stage in the Millennium Forum. I remember arriving to the sound check, and I walked out, and I was like, "Oh, this is a wee bit different now." It is. It was just there was something really, really special about that venue.
Yeah, the bar has been raised.
It's have and I remember that night. And the boys tell this story regularly, but most of you will have heard Tom McHugh singing "The Town I Love So Well," and I remember when he sang it that night in Derry, the first night, it was just hair raising stuff. Yeah. It was unbelievable, and the whole theatre were on their feet, 1,000 people. Yeah. It was just incredible.
It was a wave took over that. In unison, everybody rises.
Yeah,
arose. I should
unbelievable.
Say. And but not alone. But I've seen they've got 4 or 5 standing ovations, right, for different songs, and each of them is talented. Yeah. Right from I heard Declan singing "Sunny" in Cork.
Declan is just the most unassuming.
He is,
character you will ever meet, and he's such a gentleman, and his guitar playing is phenomenal. But that voice, when he starts to sing, he's just unbelievable.
And you know what they've done, Farrah, as well? They've opened again doors for Donegal from a music perspective. The brand name Donegal is on the world scene 100%. Because of other artists too.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, where are they from? They're from Donegal.
Yeah, that's it. And they're heading for the States now in March again, and they're just back from a tour of England, and they're really they're just going to take over the world. I can see it.
Phil Coulter he was up here 2 weeks, and he
endorsed them so much.
He came in the front door here before we were on air, and he couldn't stop. The minute he shook our hands, me and Paul, and then he started talking about the band, and he's going to see them, I think, this weekend in Tala.
Yeah,
which is I think it's this weekend, isn't
it? Tala. I'm not involved in that one, but
the Millennium Forum is when?
Millennium Forum's next Friday.
Yeah, so I think Tala is this weekend.
Yeah, Tala, the Civic Theatre, I think. Yeah,
going to that
lovely
gig.
space.
His daughter was at the gig in London.
Yeah.
And but brilliant, what a story, and lovely for you to be involved in that too.
It's lovely, yeah, really nice.
Long mid. So you obviously had to pick in an Oar song, so
well, yeah, I have to definitely throw in the boys tonight now.
Yeah.
So I've picked the original song. It's
Brilliant.
an absolutely gorgeous one. They released it in or around this time last year.
Yeah.
It was their first TV appearance down in RTE in Cork.
That's
actually.
right, yeah. I remember watching it.
Yeah.
With Dahi.
So this is Honor, Take It From Me.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is their own song, and they're writing a lot more at the moment too. I know they were saying on Friday night, and I saw them in Cork at the weekend.
Yeah.
And St. Luke's and Farrah. You would have been loved the venue.
Yeah,
right?
I saw videos and photos, and the venue it just looked stunning.
But you know, the lads played, right? I'm sorry we're still talking, but the lads played from about 8:10. There was no break. They played right through till about 10:30.
Wow, yeah.
And normally you see a gig, people shuffling and moving. Now this was an old church in Cork.
Yeah.
It holds about 420. Not one person moved for that 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's amazing. Even, the lighting on that stained glass window and all the background was just amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
this
just
is Honor. This is Farrah Bogle's choice. Have a listen. This is Take It From Me on Highland Radio.
As I write to you, my dear, it's almost been a year since my feet were forced to wander from a lonely bedsit room to these cold back streets of gloom. My heart is torn asunder.
Thousands pass me by, barely fair to make a life. Don't you look me in the eye if you're a stranger. They'll leave you on your own, nothing like the folks back home. But at least I owe it to you. Would you believe me if I say I haven't seen a drop of rain, and there's nowhere really quite like this at home?
Yes, and when the weekend falls, we dance until the scorching sun comes gleaming through the windows, and the bottles dry for all we were. Truth be told, the thought of getting home is nowhere near. You can take it from me, things are going well out here. And there's a notice at my door, it's giving me a week no more. I wish I had the work to pay my way. Can you keep a dream alive when you're trying to survive? I guess I made my bed, so here is where I lay. Would you believe me if I said I haven't seen a drop of rain, and there's nowhere really quite like this at home? Yes, and when the weekend falls, we dance until the scorching sun comes gleaming through the windows, and the bottles dry for all we were. The truth be told, the thought of getting home is nowhere near. You can take it from me, things are going well out here.
Yes, and when the weekend falls, we dance until the scorching sun comes gleaming through the windows, and the bottles arrive for all we were. The truth be told, the thought of getting home is nowhere near. You can take it from me, things are going well out here. Yes, I tell myself, things are going well out here.
Celebrating 50 years, McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Tiles in Buncrana continues to be Donegal's go-to destination for stunning bathroom makeovers. With a vast selection of premium tiles and bathroom products, Our showroom is your ultimate one-stop shop for crafting the perfect space. We've earned our reputation through expert advice, unbeatable prices and a dedication to customer satisfaction. Visit our showroom in Cockhill and Buncrana and see why we've been Donegal's top choice for 50 years and counting. Call us at 07493 63050.
Say hello to the new Seat Leon. I could tell you that our iconic hatchback has never looked sportier thanks to its bold exterior and full LED headlights. Or I could wow you with its advanced technology like adaptive cruise control, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But what I really want to talk about is its power. Choose from petrol, diesel or the next generation of plug-in hybrid, offering over 100 kilometres of electric-only driving range, giving you the best of both worlds. The new Seat Leon. Visit seat.ie for our latest offers.
Your local Seat dealer is DMG Motors, Clar Road, Donegal Town. Telephone 074 9721 396.
Atlantic Travel, Letterkenny. Award-winning travel experts. Sail the Sicilian coastline. Dive the Maldives. Tour Riacan and Tuscan vineyards. Stroll the shores of Lake Garda or the streets of Santorini. Indulge the senses. Savor new flavors. Embrace warm welcomes, smiling faces and balmy sunsets. Escape with atlantictravel.ie. Book today.
Join us for the celebration of the year. Highland Radio is turning 35 and we're marking the occasion with an unforgettable birthday bash concert at the Mount Errigal Hotel. It's on Monday the 31st of March and it features the very best of country music with Dominic Kerwin, Jimmy Buckley, Michael English, Patrick Feeney, Hugo Duncan, Claudia Buckley, Connell Gallen and myself, David James, and my brand new band. Tickets are now on sale for only €30 online at highlandradio.com from hotel reception and all usual outlets. We'll see you for the Highland Radio Birthday Bash Monday the 31st of March.
You're listening to Jimmy Stafford.
I must get those jingles updated in future when I have a special guest, and it should say "and Farrah Bogle." You're the main act tonight, really. I'm just a facilitator here, pushing buttons and all that. But Farrah, you have a few people who are you're busy there on your phone.
Yeah, I'm looking through my socials. So I've Martina Gary here in Letterkenny. She's my colleague in Finn Valley College. She's writing in. She's involved with the Panto here in Letterkenny. Yeah, so I think she was up here a few weeks ago as well. Yeah, great girl. Great worker for all things arts as well. So I'm just looking here.
Some things you can't read out, obviously.
I know,
well,
yeah.
Like,
there's a mention of Behy again here. I'm laughing.
Behy Lane.
Behy Lane.
Is it Betty or Betty Lane?
Behy, Behy.
Behy, Behy Lane. I must visit Behy Lane. Must do a Monday night. We'll do Monday night sessions live from Behy Lane some night as well.
That's it.
Who was it? Sinead Black was on to you, was she?
Sinead Black was on to me, yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking because I'm between Facebook and Instagram here. Sinead was on Wishing as well. I think she's got a new single out as well. Go On and Go.
Go On and Go.
Yeah.
Coming out. I think it's tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck with that, Sinead. And, great singer, great performer. Yeah. Who else have we got here now? Sorry,
Farrah Bogle Music, if you want to follow her on Instagram or Facebook, and it's FARRAH BOGLE 1G and Bogle, and follow her on Instagram. She's a great Instagram and a great social media as well. Music galore. So listen, your next track, we've two more to go. We've kept you well over the clock. I know down in Behy Lane they're waiting for you to come home with a kettle and the.
I know. That's it. I've a couple. I've got my hellos up here now, so we'll see. Dimphna McBride saying hello there. Eileen McGinley, Denise McLaughlin, Aisling and Stuart Gahan. That's Declan's wife.
Oh.
So hello, Aisling. Haven't seen you in a while. Let's see, who else have we got? Colleen O'Higgins, Enda Drummond, Liz Daly, Liz McIlcar. So hello to everybody, and thanks so much for your lovely comments there.
And the Noor lads have just texted in, class, say hello to Farrah from us, or That's from all the lads in North texting in here as well. So they are.
Good stuff.
Hello,
Thanks
Jimmy,
very much,
enjoying the
Ash.
show, listening to Farrah's Faves. That's a good one.
That's it.
And
Now.
look
That
forward.
could be a regular now.
And that's from our good friend Fab. Freddie in Annagry. Freddie's brilliant, right? He sends us in some great information. If you're on the show here, he sends us. We don't know who Freddie is, Fab Freddie, but he's this person who sends us in lots of information about what's on the arts, the TV.
Okay, right.
And he says both of you can claim Rory Gallagher. There you are. That's true.
Absolutely,
You're absolutely.
We were talking about that earlier. You had the instrument collection here on Monday night.
Oh my God!
Isn't it amazing?
And the lads played the instruments.
Yeah. What,
the Schlacks played it, and Kieran Hodgins played them, and the band from France, they played them as well. But
so cool for them.
Incredible. And Dara Somerville, you shouldn't forget about Dara was here as well.
Dara, that's right, and he's a great player as well. That's what I was going to say about Ballyshannon as well. They've a really great trad revival there again. Like I was talking about Seamus Sweeney earlier on, but the Cultus branch is up and running again. Like there's
you had a great Cultus weekend a few weeks ago.
Yes, the Phil Rooney weekend. And like there's a real there's young blood in there now.
Incredible. I saw the videos, and some guy from Antrim, some young lad, he was Pruntius or
Pierce O'Lorcan.
Pierce, oh my God.
Amazing. Yeah,
that was incredible.
I didn't get much of it myself now, but I was like looking. The one thing that I thought looked amazing was the singing session. I don't know if you saw any of the videos. Shauna Mullen would have been.
She was going around with the camera.
She was the Banan.
And Diarmid was caught as well. He was going out to do his shopping one day, and they pulled him into the pub. And come here, and again, you can't not mention the Rory Gallagher Festival, the June Bank Holiday. Barry O'Neill and the committee that do the work down there is
massive
incredible.
Work, and it's amazing now. Like we're talking about the instruments, like they have that now as a.
That's right.
Museum pieces really, but the fact that they're being played, but the festival's amazing.
It is in fairness to everybody.
The amount of work that's put into it.
It's
incredible.
Look, this one is just a no-brainer. You picked this one. It's a cracker, and it's one of my favourite artists. I've followed him for a long, long time.
Yeah. I felt now I had to bring a bit of Cork here tonight to keep you happy, Jimmy. This man, again, I know I'll go back to Ballyshannon, the folk festival, but they've had so many amazing artists over the years, and this man's one of them, and his name's John Spillane, and he describes himself as a musician, a songwriter, performer, recording artist, storyteller, poet, and a dreamer.
That's right.
He's got that song "Hey Dreamer."
That's right.
He's got some brilliant tracks, and he's very funny. I remember, as a music teacher, I was doing a teacher training one day, and for music teachers, and he came on and he was doing songwriting with us, and he was just amazing. You know, he was so funny to listen to, and he just, you left feeling right. This is really good. I can use this, and just brilliant.
And the amount of I have every one of his albums. I've collected them from day one, and he done the Irish albums, the schools.
Yeah, that's right, school songs. Yeah,
we learned at school. I just found them. I said, oh my, this is incredible. And I would have seen him in Cork in his early days, and then when I was in Dublin, he played in so many venues. We went along to the venues, and he played in Emerald Guitars last year as well out there, as did the lads last week. And we were privileged, me and Paul, to be invited up by Alistair and Kim. That was another night, but. And he won last night, of course.
The RT, the album of the year, folk album of the year at the RT Folk Awards. So amazing, This
is a great choice for I think. I love this. A place that's I can see from my own house, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. The song is Passage West.
Passage West from the brilliant John Spillane.
I met my love in Passage West. The sun was sinking down to rest. The river to the stars confessed 'twas the dark-haired woman I loved best. We wandered down by the chapel square, and there was magic in the air, and Mother Nature gently pressed the burning river to her breast. I offered her a golden ring, my hand, my heart, and everything. I offered her a sweet love nest by the flowing banks of Passage West. Oh love, will you go, will you go, will you go? Or love, will you stay, will you stay, will you stay? Oh love, will you go, will you go, will you go? Will you stay, will you stay, will you stay? tight breathe in, the tight breathe out. We watch the passage flowers go. The ghostly forms of the hungry years in sad procession did appear, with hope and sorrow made their way for their passage west to America. Oh love, will you go, will you go, will you go? Or love, will you stay, will you stay, will you stay? Oh love, will you go, will you go, will you go? Or love, will you stay, will you stay, will you stay? Stood tall and proud. On either bank the people bowed. From Passage West came a Fenian yell. Rule Britannia, rule in hell. The grass grows green on the other side, and mighty ships sail out the tide to far-flung harbours across the sea, far away from Passage, my love and me. Oh love, will you go, will you go, will you go? Or love, will you stay, will you stay, will you stay? Oh love, will you go, will you go, will you go? Or love, will you stay, will you stay, will you stay? I met my love in Passage West. The sun was sinking down to rest. The river to the stars confessed 'twas the dark-haired woman I loved best.
Oh, that's absolutely. It's so long since I heard that song, Farrah. It's beautiful,
Yeah, he's such a class voice. Like, he's just the mix of trad and, you know, his lyrics are just amazing. And even just love the trumpet, the jazz of the trumpet and that. Like, it's unbelievable.
And you know what? He works so hard at the industry. Like, I mean, he's the type of guy. He comes up and he goes to Tory Island to do a gig, and you know, he's a troubadour. He moves around, and
and you'll find him in the like the smallest wee venues, and like it's, you know, gorgeous.
And you know, he's one of these guys, and I know money's really important, right? And you have to make a living, but he just strikes him when he just does it for the love of it. He's so passionate about the music, and about
but
it
comes across in every word he sings. Passion,
I mean, there's a great song, The Dunstores Girl.
Oh, so funny.
It's like, he told a story. He's in Dunn's Wednesday, and he just sees the Dunstores Girl at the checkout, and he says, I'm going to write a song, and he writes a song, and
that's it. Whatever comes into his head.
And then he writes a song, Will We Be Brilliant or What? Just like, you gotta, and then so many. Farrah, it's we've come near the end. And thank you so much. I know it's 9:30.
Thanks so much for having me here, Jimmy. It's been great.
It's been lovely to get to know you and to know your music background and to know a bit about, you know, Cashel-Larn, and the Lane Way and the Lane of Heart and everything like that, and your success in music. And as Trudy, that beautiful message from Trudy earlier on about you being so humble and so given as well, and so talented in so many ways. And I wish you best success. I know
Thanks
you're going to be with
Jimmy.
the lads on the road, and you're doing your own thing as well, which is really important. And that's, you know,
so like, you know, I've a new album on the way now, and hopefully like a few solo shows coming up. So we've got that kind of in the works.
So what's the plan for that? What's your kind of target, or have you got a, you know, maybe your hubby doesn't know at home yet?
He'd be listening and thinking, what's happening?
You're doing a world tour,
something like that, you know. Hopefully, like, you know, we will maybe do a home show. Would be kind of the target for now, and see how we go. Sure. Would that
be? Have you a vision in your head? Will that be you? Because I know you're going to get a crowd anyway, right? Because you can see the reaction to you.
Hopefully now.
Would that be you on stage on your own, or will you bring?
I'd like to bring people in. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So we'll see, you know.
So you have a vision on it.
I've a lot of musical comrades and friends that I can call upon. So
So Farrah Bogle and friends.
Yes, something like that.
And any timelines on the album?
A long piece of string.
Okay, that's the way to do it, though, isn't it?
I know, that's it. Well, that's, you know, kind of single by single, and it's been a while now. I suppose it was probably this summer when I launched The Very Ground You Walk Upon. So it's something, I'll have something now soon again for you.
Okay, and you look forward to, maybe you'll come up here and launch the album as well.
Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Farrah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much.
Thanks so
really
much,
enjoyed your selection of music. It gives you an insight into somebody as well, what you play, and you know. And I love when you meet people who are going back to the 80s and 70s, and that's, even I see my own young girls, they're listening to stuff from the 70s, 80s now again, which is brilliant to see, and they're picking up their musical insights of that. But our last act is another legend of Donegal, and especially down your own way.
Yeah.
The man himself.
Oh, great friend of mine, and I couldn't kind of let tonight go by without playing something from this guy. I was talking to him at Christmas, and he says, I'm heading to Texas now before the new year, and I'm going off to play with ZZ Top.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
But do it in his accent, though. Say it in his accent. He does it, do it in that accent.
He's just so laid back, isn't he? Johnny Gallagher.
Yeah.
Boxty. Sure, look, he's a great guy, great crack. And come here, what a player, what a singer.
And
there might be a wee collaboration coming up.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Exclusive on
maybe.
Highland Radio.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye.
I like this.
Yeah. So great friend of mine. I was actually chatting to him there a couple of days ago. He's in Australia at the moment, and we're actually planning. A friend of ours passed away suddenly a few years. I'm trying to think now. Was it last year? Yeah. Sure. It was in around the time I had my baby Shay. So it was September 23, okay. And his name is Mark Geegan. And I don't know if you would have met Mark, but like historian, musician, collector, just amazing for music in South Donegal. And we're actually having a memorial night for him now in May, 10th May in the Great Northern in Bundoran. So Johnny is involved in the planning of that. So I was chatting to him about a few different things. Yeah, he was in Australia and playing, and I didn't even ask who he was playing, but it could be anybody. But come here, like, he really does need no introduction here. And this song I've picked is from his current album. I suppose it was the one that was released in 2020, and it's the title track of that album. It's called 2020 Vision.
Yeah, and if you get a chance to see Johnny Gallagher and the Boxty Band, and he was playing with Michael Christie recently as well. Go along, and I go into a trance when I see him on guitar.
He's just I
kind of, and then I've seen these videos on outside by the statue, and that's a famous one, isn't it? When he comes out and he does a solo, on Friday or Thursday afternoon,
at the gig at the Royal Gallery. Yeah,
Tracy McBride in Ballyholy Farms is a great show, Jimmy, with Farrah. Thanks, Tracy. And,
thanks, Tracy.
A big fan of music as well. But Farrah, finally, from us here, from me personally, thank you for doing this, and for a great choice of music. Best of luck in the school with the music. You will see you in a few weeks on a Monday night. You'll be back up.
Yeah, we're back. I think it's maybe the last Monday in March, something like that. Yeah.
So we'll have a great night.
We will. Yeah, looking forward to that now. Looking forward to the
follow her on Farrah Bogle Music. You'll see her on stage with an hour a lot, I would say, around Ireland, and but you're going to see her very soon with her own solo project as well, her own solo tour, and lots of surprises in that tour. Farrah, thanks very much. Safe home.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Johnny Gallagher.
All right.
Hey little baby, what do you say? Wanna take a ride with me? I'm gonna get out of here, go south to the water. I just need to get away. I wanna ride, wanna glide, no need to hide. We don't need a place